Okay, let's do this. This is a little bit strange video for me, but I have a task to do with these paintings anyway, so I thought that I might take you guys with me on the task. It's it's in the middle of the night, so I don't have daylight. So I hope that my light is sufficient so you guys can see it. What happened was that, I don't know if you have heard about that crazy storm that raged Great Britain. Well, it kind of decided to rush over North Atlantic and hit my country Friday night. So we weren't like in the hurricane wind gust, but we were in the hurricane rain band. So it didn't take long before it flooded our basement. And when I say flooded, it's not like you turned your grandma's piano into a river raft and then could sail around in the basement. It was only like 5 inches, but those 5 inches caused a lot of damage. So we spent all night, Friday night and our Saturday morning, hauling everything up from the basement and letting things dry. And 5 o'clock Friday night, like in the middle of the night or early in the morning, however you want to say it, I stood with this thing in my hand thinking, shit. So I think I kind of want to stream about it so you guys don't make the same mistake. What happened was that I stored most of my paintings in a box, and it was a box that I created myself. A couple of years ago, my son, he bought a new computer monitor, and the monitor was arrived in this huge corrugated chipboard looking like a suitcase with like a handle and everything, you know. If I grab this, like this huge container like made out of chipboard, and then you could actually flip down a flap, and then I began using it as storage for all my drawings, and they are just tucked in like almost randomly, you know, because I do a lot of drawings. They pile up on my desk, and then when I want to free up some space, I just grab a pile and then just tucked it into that storage solution, which turns out to be like really bad because 2 inches of it was underwater. So I had to part with some paintings, and the rest of them has been spread out in our on the upper floors to let them dry. Not everything got damaged, but it still was moist and, you know, humid. And you know how paper is, it's like a transporter of liquid. So if imagine that you wet a phone book 1 inch in the bottom, then you would start seeing the water damage on the top layers also. So most of my drawings has been scattered around, drying up. And now, days after the storm, I actually like that sentence. I think I will title this upload exactly this: days after the storm. I need to sort this out, and this time I want to do it the smart way. I do not no longer want to storage it in the basement, and I want to be a little bit more smart about it. So I got this container, right? And then I figured out that I also have a couple of these. It's like file folders to hold big things, and they happen to fit totally snug into this unit down here. So if I'm clever, I should take these folders, scatter them out in this dining table, and start sorting out my drawings. And then this time I think I will sort them out so they are in some sort of collection that doesn't necessarily have to have the same size, but it's a collection of some sort of a theme, if you could say. So that's the plan. And I'm also happy that this container right here will hold the file folders I will do in the future. You know, I'm doing a study of an artist. I've decided to create my own file folder. So this is my Klimt folder, where I have made up a collection of his paintings, my study of his paintings, and I have decorated. I've decorated this folder so that I can tuck in reference pictures and stuff. Journaling if I want to, but I'm really fond of this style of folder right here, so hopefully I will have time to do more like this whenever I stumble over an artist that completely blows the wind out of my, wind out of me. Okay. I'm super tired, so sorry for sounding like I'm just about to pass out, but frankly I'm just so tired. And all that moving with things has totally busted my hands, so that's why I'm wearing these gloves. But let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. What's med den der? Okay, just count 5. Okay, I got 5 designated folders for something I want to collect in one area. Good to start, right? Okay, before I start, I love to work in journals, and lately I have been more aware about the importance of only working on one page in a journal, and I wanted to show this as an example. Can you see how each page is like a piece of artwork that you can like rip out, and then you can actually frame it if you want to, and there's nothing on the back, so you don't feel like, oh, like, you know, with pattern paper, which page is the most prettiest. So I've started to work like this in my art journals. Now I'm just quickly flipping through this one. I don't think that I got time to throw out names, references, whatnot, because we are going through a lot of stuff right now. But I like this way for the future. Wish that I have done this with several of my art journals, because then maybe I would have been more inclined to rip out some pages and get them framed and hung on my wall. But beside all the works in journals, I have actually done stuff on loose sheets of paper, and those are the ones that we are going through today. And it is going to be a journey of when I started to draw and paint back in 2017, and it's almost like, it is at least 4 years ago now. So of course you will see some work that are really mediocre, also like really sketchy bad, but also some of the latest things that I've done that I'm more proud of. I'm not self-shaming myself, I'm just trying to say that I've been on a journey for the past 4 years, and I have developed my taste and my style on that way, and some way along that journey I found a love with working with water-soluble media, especially watercolor. So I also feel good to showcase all these paintings, kind of justifying my huge collection of watercolors. But you guys know that, they spark joy. I like to buy them, but when you have seen this upload of just my loose sheets, maybe it's okay for me to buy more watercolors. See, I really use them. So let's just quickly go through this stash. Totally Didi inspired lemur. I actually think that these are like the early, I think they're made on jelly prints actually. Yeah, it totally to me looks like jelly prints. So I think they should have like, oh, it's so beautiful with this, does it even show? It's so beautiful with this jelly print, gives this very nice texture. This is not, this is like nature, right? So I want to put that aside. This is also maybe nature. This is definitely just, okay, let me just be more specific here. That's flower, jelly, 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 jelly. Oh man, this could actually be nature. Yeah, or should I have one that calls animals? Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this, nature. This one, practice drawing for the other one. This one is, I have made a lot of buildings, so maybe I should be more specific, like flowers and stuff is one pile. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. But I'm thinking I need to figure out how to, so if I say like flower one pile, nature one pile, objects one pile, and along with objects I can have like architecture. So this one is architecture. Architecture, oh, you can't even see it. Architecture. What the heck is wrong with my light? There's something really off with my light. Maybe it's better like that. Maybe if we do like this. This is also architecture. This is a woman. I'll put her with the animal. So suddenly people are, there's something on the back. Oh great. Look, I'm doing things on the front and on the back, and I like both of them. So this is a reminder to you guys to, you know, be aware when you do a drawing and you think, oh, I'm not so good at this, I'll just use, to be frugal, both pages. You will often end up with two completely cool drawings on both sides of the paper because that day you're in the zone. So don't be frugal and think that, you know, oh, what about this? Nature? Yeah, nature. Don't be frugal and think that, oh, I love this with this texture. I should do some more of this, for sure. Don't be frugal and think that you're saving money by working on both sheets, side of the sheet, because, yeah, along your journey, when you get to the place where I am at now, you would appreciate that you only have one side to look at. What the, oh, it's this way. Oh, it's the Polar Express. Definitely I'm putting it under architecture, architecture, architecture. This one also architecture and architecture. So far we have been through a lot of watercolors, just watercolors. Oh, this one is super nice, super nice. Oh damn, I should do some more of these Vienna, Venice inspired stuff. Oh, this is stuck. I think I must have used foil. Yup, this is a typical foil thingy. So let me see if I can rub off that glue on this back here. But lucky me, I have used very good paper. Like this is Arches. So when it gets moist and it just seems to stretch itself out. A horse? Animals. animals and people. It's like this pile is upside down. I like this one. It's a combination of foil and nature, especially that copper foil. It makes it like warm, you know. Oh gosh, this is Debbie Ebbs rabbits. Definitely watercolor over here, nature over here, abstract Angela Farrow look-alike flowers. I don't know what the hell this is. Must be some Halloween thing. This is, we're gonna put it under architecture, faces. Oh my god, I could actually have one file folder just for faces. Should I do that? Okay, I'm gonna see how much this pile of faces is going to take up. Oh, he is adorable. Oh my god. Animal, a fruit, a peach, a girl. Oh, this is like, oh yeah, also something on the back. So it's like nature and people. So look, I was spot on with the category. They should be in the same pile. And an owl. And a gorgeous girl. Okay, now comes, if you go on Shutterstock, you can find pictures. Oh, there is a horse right here. Let's put him at the nature. You can find pictures of, I would say naked people, but basically what you do is that you give yourself 3 to 5 minutes, get the sketch down, and here I do use like both sides of the page. It's super important to do these exercises, so let me just babble while I'm flipping through this. I want to see this, you know, like I want to see what's on them. This one is actually good. I like this pose a lot. I see the back line. Yeah, there's something about that back posture that's really likable. So yeah, the trick is to, you know, figure out how to quickly determine the length of legs, how the body looks, you know. So, but like you can see here, the legs are actually quite long compared to the upper body. So sometimes I make my legs too short because I'm thinking that, no, that can't be true, you know. But yeah. Look, there is something really, really nice about that posture. Anyway, what can you use this for? Well, you can use it when you're doing other drawings, other paintings, like a beach, and then you have bystanders, people in your paintings. And because you have painted them big, it's easier for you to squeeze them down to 2 inches when you are familiar with the posture, you know. But oh yeah, oh my god, I think we are like really soon finished with this pile. A blank sheet? No, okay, there's something on it. But oh, naked guy. I don't see naked people. I see something else. Mostly I see a person who is not wearing something to disguise their shape. So it's easier to learn and get to know the shape naked before you start putting on coats and dresses and whatnot. Why are these upside down? Let's do it like this. Here also the foreshortening. He's got his head down. And it's very difficult for me to do stuff like this without looking like he's decapitated. So when you look at Shutterstock for images, pick the ones that you're thinking like, oh man, that's just impossible. And then get some practice doing those. And do like here, grab a huge humongous sheet of paper so you don't have to squeeze things down. Yeah, that was those. I think these are like in a category for itself. It's practice sketches. I think they could actually just lie in the bottom of the container, right? So I just put them there. Okay. This is some of my recent work, and I just piled it up on top because I know that now I'm going to divide it into sections. Oh my god, it's glued. And these sheets are actually bigger than the container, so now I have to figure out where to put them. They're gonna be sheets like these in this size, so for now I'm just gonna put it on the floor, I think, and then I'll find a place for it later. Okay, the big ones like this, can they even fit? Let me just test. Yeah, they will fit in this. Okay, let's go through it. You know what? I think that these small jelly prints, they're fun, yeah, haha, but let's put them there. This is more like a serious piece than the small jelly prints. So I think these kind of deserve a folder of its own. This is melted crayons. Okay, it just had a funny texture. Some splatter. Oh man, these are old. No balloons. It is not what is outside, but what is inside that take you to the top. Okay. Oh my god, this is Janet and Young. I had a time where I thought it was funny to try and look at people from the fit community and then just draw them, you know. And I can see, because there is still tape around this, that I'm not finished with it, but it's been years. So I don't think that I can click to the same mojo as the day where I put this aside. So I think I'm just gonna peel off the tape and decide that it's finished. But I was actually trying to sketch Janet with a bunch of rulers. It probably doesn't look like her, but I'm not a portrait painter, so... Oh, it seems like it's stuck to something. Oh my god, yeah. This is what I feared, because that water damage gave moist up to... Oh, wait a second, I need to... Oh, I don't like to do it. No. Oh my god. Okay, this one was not that much hurt. And this is the culprit. I think it's all the foil work. I know it's the foil work. So let me put this at one spot of its own, because then I know that I need some wax papers to go with that. What the hell is this? It's melted oil, like or is it oil? I don't know. It looks a little bit encaustic to me. Definitely acrylic, I think. Watercolor. Oh my god, this is Colleen. When she... I don't know when it was. This is, I think, Shauna. This is a rhino. Oh, very likable. This is an earth map. Oh my god, look at that granulation. Holy crap. I wonder what paint I used. Oh my god, look how beautiful it is. It looks like a genuine map. And then, okay, now I see it. I waxed it with beeswax. So that's why it also looks so kind of blurry. That was interesting. I need to try more of that. Are you telling me that I painted on both sides on these? Oh, I did. Okay. And some of these sheets, they are spent on both sides. This is so good. There are times I miss you so much. I wish I could remember where I hid your body. What's not to like about a drawing like that? So, oh, this is so cute. A boat and a face. I like the texture. It's like very like shimmery. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my god, look at this. That's really likable too. Yeah. I can see that some of them are going in some sort of themes, like this reminds me of Terry Harrison's book, and this is a Kathy Arbor stream, but some of the things are made on a stream, you know, like where I was in a stream of doing either faces or architecture or animals or something. Oh my god, I'm in love with this. I'm standing here falling in love with this pinkish color. Damn, this is good. This should be framed and hung on the wall. Some of these drawings don't deserve to be hid down in a basement. Oh gosh, we had to bury one of our classmates, and he was, yeah, okay, he was cute. Fluorescent paint. Don't think it shows up on camera that much. And this is on a very cheap substrate. Guys, can you see the difference? Don't frugal yourself into this where you getting too cheap to grab a decent sheet of paper and then you end up with a rather good drawing but on a crappy substrate that curls and bends. So I think in this year 2022 I will allow myself to kind of do the kind of necessary shopping to ensure that I have good substrates, because now where I'm digging through these piles I can see how important it is to the overview performance of my collection that it is made on decent substrates. This is not finished. That is strange, but there is something on the back. Where to put an item like this? It's sort of maybe over here, nature. Oh, this was so good. I did a Christmas calendar for the Fibs and recorded over 80 hours of streams, and I worked with different techniques, and I took a Fib each day and designated a piece of art for that person. I think I went through 32 Fibs. I'm not sure that so many people. This is oil. Yep, this is oil. This is water on a shoreline actually. Okay, these should have like a folder for itself, because I remember these are when I first got really infatuated working with oils. So I think that they should go on the floor. This is also oil. Who the hell paints on the back of the corrugated or the chipboard on the back of the paper pad? Apparently I do. I'm gonna lay these in a special place, I think. Okay, now comes my cowboy infatuation. It's actually pretty recently. This one I really like. And that's another, you could say, tester painting. I often do that. Repetition is how I learn to paint. Get a subject. You bump into a lot of issues when you do your first try, but I can guarantee you that on your second try it will be more pleasing, because you kind of know, you know, the soft spots, you know. I like this one a lot with the cowboy and the buffalo here. Really adorable. Inspired by Yellowstone, a TV series I was watching on Paramount Plus channel. Oh my god. Cindy Barron, I think, inspired stuff. New Year's Eve. Something with a hint of Angela Fairwood, you say that? Cindy Barron painting style. I think maybe I did this actually on a stream, I'm not sure. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I like the abstract. Yeah, totally. When I flush through my painting like this, I can see this is a good example of trying to do things more than once and get a different expression. It's up to you to decide which one is more likable than the other, but definitely do things more than once. Not so much to say about this one, but this is actually a face, right? So I'm not sure if maybe I should these large ones are a little bit annoying because the size of them, but they were like awesome to make. This is made with a brayer, and then I used up my lettering from my sticker stash. But he is totally brayered on, where I used the gel plate as my palette to load up my brayer and then rolled with it like a brush. So this one also, and this is the back of it, gives this really funky texture. I don't know if you can see it. It's got this very like patinated texture. This one is totally coated with beeswax, so it's got this very likable, shiny, blurry look surface to it. Very likable outcome. I think I actually bought an art book at this time where these flowers were represented in the art book, so I incorporated it on a painting. Oh, Sandra's gonna love this one. We got the glossy accents up here as the bubbles, so it's very dimensional with yarn as seaweed and stencil work to give it texture, some foil pieces. So yeah, all in all, it's a fun piece. This looks like a pick 5 to me. This is a pick 10 challenge, you know them. As soon as they get like this crazy, it's awesome because it's some sort of a game night. Okay, now I recall that we're getting to these. Okay, I had a study of Josef Subukovic where I tried to replicate his washes when he paints in watercolor. So, okay, I thought that we were going to see more of those. Are we? Because I would like to keep them separated in one pile. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Chinese girl, also with a lot of stuff going on. I'm so fucking happy. I'm sorry to swear, but I really mean it. I'm so glad that the water in the basement didn't kill especially these two paintings, because yeah, I should frame these and put them on my wall. There's a lot going on, a lot of stencil work, texture building, layer and layer. Yeah. So Yeah. Oh, a lot of these paintings got stuff on the other side too, because these sheets are kind of expensive to buy, so sometimes if I don't like what's on the front, I try and work on the back also, but oh my god, I need to stop doing that. This is made with a spatula, so no brush was used on this one, but a lot of texture paste from Dale Rowney. I like this facial expression a lot. It can turn into be like an Asian woman, or like something from the Little Women, Time Area, Prairie, and kind of going. This is acrylic pouring. I need to make something on top of this. I don't think that this is a standalone finished piece, but it's an awesome background. Asian, yeah, like I told you. I practice a lot this face, so now it's in my wrist like a muscle memory. This is from the Terry Harrison? No. It's from an art book that I wish I could throw names, but the only names that comes to me is Jean, the musical scrapper, who recommended me to buy that book, so I did, and those kids were one of the paintings in that book. Oh, I remember these. This is made with magicals. You know, that powder that you get in small containers that's so annoying that it spreads all over your table. So I tried to see what I could get out of that kind of media. And it seems like, turns out that it's pretty damn good to do floral things with magicals. So it's got this explosion up here of really rich and vibrant colors going down to cooler tones down here. That's the awesome thing about magicals. I don't know what to say about this one except that it's still watercolor. More of the acrylic pouring, yay, that's good. And something on the back that's kinda, I think it's a misunderstood magical piece. I don't know. This is one of those sheets that are a little bit strange, you know, like there's something strange on both sides. Spanish dancing woman. I'm sorry for bumping the camera. Okay, these should have, now I'm just going quickly through the larger ones. We're still talking watercolors, but look how vibrant it still is. It's M-Gram watercolors. Oh my god, I could kiss this paper. It is very, very likable to work with. This is acrylic, and it immediately shows with that sheen. Can you see how it's got that almost like shiny glossy sheen, because my acrylics are not matte compared to like this that's like watercolor. It's like no sheen on top of it. But this is what comes out of those croquis drawings. You know, you do them over and over and then suddenly they emerge as a figure in a painting. This could be, I lived in a city, Copenhagen, that's the capital of my country. So I tried to incorporate a very famous bridge that we got and some of the seascapes. And Nyhavn, which is a bundle of small, colorful houses near harbor. So, yeah. This is acrylic. Oh my god, I'm so glad that this was not destroyed of water. And by the way, I don't even think that it would have mattered, because the acrylic is more resistant than the watercolors. But I used a lot of things that were gifted to me by CB. These x-ray pictures, for instance. So a lot of these paintings sparks memory. Oh yeah, I thought this would. This is Joseph Sibukovic. Sibukovic. Oh my god, I'm totally butchering his name. It belongs together with this one. This is one of those, I want to redo it because I think this lack something. So I try to redo it and then put in more detail. I made a composition that gave me an area to put in some branches and emphasize this building more with windows. So that's why it's there twice. This one is inspired by Craig Penny. His philosophy is to make stress relief paintings, and his 2 cents is to remove all the clutter. So all the clutter is removed up here from the shoreline, and when you do that and you paint stuff, then you can kind of, you understand what he means and you appreciate the look of it. So yeah, I learned a lot by, you could call it copying, but for me it's like a study. Like this is a study of Victoria Prisketko from Russia. She has a very likable way of using her watercolors with unfinished, unbroken line work. So I don't know if you guys noticed that there is like, oh, you can't even see it. Like this lamppost here is one unbroken line. There are unbroken line work in the way she sketches up her buildings, but the brain collects it as an info that can be puzzled together. So I really adore her way of hinting windows, hinting things in a very subtle way. So that's why I try to replicate those things in some sort of a training thing. This this is heavy, like I almost swear. This is my own homemade texture made out of grated cocoa and grated pigment. I took oil pastels from the supermarket that was like really inexpensive and full of plastic, grinded over the grater and gave myself lumps of pigment. Can you see these clusters here? So it's a very interesting 3-dimensional piece to look at in person. Looks very, is it called painterly? So experimentation. Oh my god, am I so lucky that I got 2 sheets? Yes sir, I got 2 blank sheets. Yeah, look, that really shows that I'm storing. I don't have my brains into my storage, since I can store 2 nice sheets in the basement. Okay, these larger sheets, I hope my son needs another monitor, because then I will get another big slim suitcase to put these in. But now I said suitcase. Okay, I think, okay, I have to think about how to store this. I'm also thinking a bed roller of plastic, if it's completely waterproof, because I think these should be lying flat on a surface, right? Okay. I don't even know where to, should I move this? I'm gonna move this. Now I'm a little bit hesitated about just putting it on my floor because my cat just waltzed in. And if I put this on the floor, it will be her new best bed. So I better just scoot it if I could. Maybe I could like scoot it like this. Are you guys still okay? Did we agree what this was? Yes, it was like architecture. This pile. I need a break. Let me try and see what I can do with the light so you don't get flashed out. Let's see. Okay, so I tried to change the camera setup a little bit. Now we have these, yeah, it totally looks like early age, you know, from 2017 when I started. It's this nature. I'm just gonna put it here. I'm thinking maybe I should have them in a pile of their own because these are like from the beginning of my watercolor journey, where this is a tornado. I don't really recognize them. This is inspired by Jim Carrey. Oh yeah. Jim Carrey is such an interesting painter to look at. He's painting with his heart, which is shining through on his artwork. I don't really know what to say about most of these because it's been a long time since I've seen them. Hurt me with the truth, but never comfort me with a lie. Oh, I think actually I know the story about that one. 2019, we got a date here. Yeah, always date your work, guys. I never do. I don't even sign my stuff. I mean, it's such a important thing to have a date to look back at, especially when you're doing stuff like this, when you have to divide things up in a new storage. This is 2018. It says made on a live stream, so I actually must have streamed that one once. Yeah, this is inspired by watch Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. She's got this huge painting with peonies in the background. So I look at that thinking, I want to paint peonies too. Oh, this is the Graphitin pencils. They're really like fun media because you can sketch very detailed stuff and you can blur it out with water afterwards. I think this is a Dee stream from the 14th of November 2018. I think she did this in pan pastel and then I just painted it. This is a Lindsay Friday stream. Oh my god, Lou. We drove my son to the hairdresser and then he went to a party, and when he came back he had sushi home to me. Isn't that cute? I'm writing down small journaling things. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is a portrait of a Danish actor called Jimmy Jørgensen. He's got a very significant birthmark on his face. So I got the idea that it could be fun to make him on a jelly printed background to kind of camouflage his birthmark. So yeah, that was a bit fun. This is also jelly print background. If you can see the texture paste there. Buffalo. Okay, seriously, I don't really know what most of these are. Oh, here I'm actually testing out some very inexpensive from a dollar store, and this is also dollar store paint. And I think I came to the conclusion that I really disliked it. This is Cecile Agnes, one of her girls. I also think that this is inspired by Cecile Agnes. Oop, he is yummy. He's made on a jelly print, and it gives this, you know, the texture of acrylic paint dried with that it gives when it leaves the plate. So it's a very likable substrate to do something on top of. Hey, doesn't these ballerinas remind you of something? I think I had ballerinas over here. Okay, let me just dig in this pile here, because I actually think we are in the same time span. Yes, I was right. Look, these oh, there's something on the back also. Oh, this is kind of cute. I'm just checking how many of them got stuff on the back. Okay. But I actually think that these jelly print belongs together in one pile, because they kind of resemble that same area. Like I said, I do things in a series, like then I get totally infatuated with working on top of jelly prints, so I do that. Here you can actually see one of the backgrounds. I simply just take my gel plate, put on some colors, brayer it, and then it's ready to work on top of. So, oh, I remember this is pastel, so I shouldn't touch it much. One of these croquis ladies, but fleshed out. This is from a book I was reading about Danish Reformation time in the 1700s, and there was this illustration in one of the books. And why is the tape still on this one? But oh my god, who have not done their own rendition of The Girl with the Pearl Earrings by Vermeer? Johannes Vermeer. We should all be beaten. Why is there still tape on this? Okay, I'm not gonna fuss with that now. I'm just gonna leave it here. Oh, this is beautiful. I love that saturated. It's very rare that I do this with watercolors, like really saturated up, where things are kind of emerging from a very dark shadow, but it's very likable when I see it here years after. More of these jelly printed papers. This is pastel, so I just took transparent sheet on top of it to make it, you know, so you can touch the surface. Oh, I like this one. Of course it's totally wonky, but there's something likable about. This is also typical, like the first initial sketch, and then on the second drawing you sit down and do a much better rendition. So this is from painter Gudmundsson from Iceland, I think, inspired by yeah, this is totally Gudmundsson style. He moved to United States, down in I think it was around Colorado or something. So he's from Iceland, but paint American motif. Some of these are just a taster of abstract. This is, it have to be like a paint along something. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, I really had fun. This is graphite. I really got around, you know. More of that saturated Alvaro Castanet style with that really potent, strong. I should do more of those. I see something very likable in them. Okay, here we are trying It's jelly prints done with Posca, where you draw on your Posca with your Posca on your jelly plate, and then you pull prints with it. I think I tried it once and then, or maybe twice, with this wolf here, and then realized that I didn't kind of like it because the second print, the second pull is lacking details. So yeah, it looks kind of weird. I have no idea what this is. Oh, I like this one. Oh my god, it is so weird to see these. This is done with ink. Oh, this is beautiful. It looks like I got inspired from a book, like an art book of some sort. It definitely does. It looks like oh, this is my son. I tried to sketch him when he was little. He's so cute. This doesn't belong in the basement, man. So okay, now me and my son went to Paris, and then we wore mustaches on a trip. So I'm painting that. Oh, this is so cute. I think it's an owl I saw online. Lady. Oh, that's actually a nice background for something. More ink. Ah, this is a very iconic painting about a woman who came out of the truth. What is it called? Okay, I can't remember. I'm so tired in my head. This is my wise aunt. Of course, I love my character. I really love her. So I got some of painting of her. She's in outer space. So yeah, I feel that now I'm just, oh, this is very likable. I really like the detailed ring. I think it's from Lindsay, the frugal crafter, who showed either how to do the raven or the ring. I'm not sure. Oh, this is like high splatter, where you put your paper on the floor, and then with a pipette you make splotches on your page, and then when the splotches are done, you create something on top of it. That was really fun. This is like yeah, but this is Angela Farrell inspired, I think. Yeah, it is. I really like the way she paints, you know, the style. It's so loose and it's fun when you do it, but when it dries up, it just I don't want to say just another painting. It doesn't really speak to me when the session is over, but it was fun while it's being painted, because you see pigments flow and stuff like that. So still watercolor. I think most of the things I've shown is watercolor, like watercolor. So I think this was an image on a package of one of my Gram paints. But as you can see, I like to do faces and sometimes buildings. Oh, this is beautiful. I forgot about this. Yeah, I totally forgot about this. I should do more of these Italian buildings. I'm very infatuated by the colors. Oh, I remember this one. I actually posted a picture of this one on Twitter, and I thought it was so beautiful. In the forest there was this water fountain and then tree crowns, and then you could just spot the clear blue sky, but everyone saw a penis. So And the minute that I wrote comments about people they could see a penis instead, I could see it too, but I couldn't while I was painting it. So that was. This is from a book, I think. You know, an art book where I am trying out that technique. This is also from another painter. I'm redoing his way of making this painting. This I think is I'm paint along with the musical scrapper. Yeah, time wise we are in that area where Jean the musical scrapper streamed. Apples, a flower bouquet in a windowsill. This is where I use saran wrap to give that texture over here. Oh, I don't know what this is. A lot of the things that you see that I paint is from pictures I see on Instagram, and then I try to replicate them on my painting session. Tinta Shakar, an Indian painter from India. That's his style. It's very like Joseph Sabukovich, so it's very likable. This is CB. I tried to do a portrait of CB, and she's got this very likable pale skin tone. So she was, you know, she was a good, it inspired me a lot to want to paint her beautiful skin. So yeah, and she's so pretty. Stack of balls, and then a flamingo. Alabine, a streamer. She makes these male portraits, also Alabine inspired. What I'm trying to learn here is the way Alabine tone her skin tones. Like she uses different colors to create her skin tone. And this is Alvaro Castañer. He's got a much better rendition of New York. Yeah, but I really like this this guy. He's a cool painter. I think this is a Kathy Arbor stream. No idea what this is. It's kind of funny to get that emo down here in the corner. Oh, this is really likable. Oh man, I love this a lot. This is likable. This is also likable. And this one also. Look, don't paint on both sides of your substrate. Oh my god, have I done that with all of them? You know, I'm just saying, don't paint on both sides, because look, this beautiful on one side and then this beautiful on the other side. How can you pick and choose if you wanted to frame it, right? Yeah, really likable. I like when I do this, you know, like sewn in on one object to paint, in this case flowers. I really like when I make several of the same, because I tend to get better and better at composition because I am concentrated on one kind of object to paint. So okay, now I'm just flipping through these, revisiting them once more. They're done in acrylic, so they got this sheen to it. Looks really finished, you know, I really like it. And portrait of actually the same reference photo. I think it was Lindsay the Frugal Crafter who was teaching how to do these darker skin tones. This one is not finished, it doesn't look finished. Oh yeah, Satoshi. The creator of Bitcoin. I'm Satoshi, you're Satoshi, we are all Satoshi because we are all contributing to the blockchain, right? Really fluorescent. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but here I am playing with, I think it was my new set of fluorescent paint. So I think I got inspired by Willering Tamala Port, and I also wrote Willering here. So it is her I'm inspired by. I really like to go to Tamala Port and her YouTube channel when I sit down and don't really know what to paint. Then I visit her YouTube channel and it always gets an inspiration for creating something. So let's see, a piece of chipboard. Is there actually something? No. Now we come to these are done with oil pastels and then they are coated with beeswax to fixative it. And I chose beeswax because oil pastels have an ingredient that makes it soft constantly, so you can't really like fix it unless you use some sort of Dorland cold wax like I've done on that one. This is the most hated man, Granulating Savonarola. I really hate what this guy did to Christianity, so sometimes I paint people that I don't like because it gives a different dynamic to the painting. This is made on top of a gel print with is it called the eco print that Kathy Arbour does, where she takes actual leaves and then I painted this on top of it. And I really like these gel prints paintings a lot. I think it's because I know that I can't replicate it, so they become special, you know. That's from a picture I took of my cat. This is the second one. I really must have loved that. Oh, I think this is her name is Heart. She's got a YouTube channel. Yeah. There is a lady, her name is Heart, and she's a member of the American Watercolorist Society, is it called that? But she shows how she does washes to bring out her paintings. So I'm actually just painting along with her YouTube videos. This is so likable. It's inspired by Shirley Trevena and her painting style. This is, I actually think it's oil pastels. This is a paint along from George A, also a YouTuber. This is also, I think her name is L'Oreal Heart. Her front name is L'Oreal. Also one of her motifs. Yeah, L'Oreal Heart. Yes, it is, because I wrote it here. So here in one color, and then I switch it up to some softer colors, but still painted the same thing, just to see how the different look would be. Oh, I love this one. And then I splattered it with the white ink to give it snow. That's really nice. And I wrote the date, 2020. So it's not that long ago, right? So I guess that these are from 2020. They must be. Everything happens for a reason, written with that pipette that you can screw on a Sennelier acrylic paint bag. So this is the piped out, and I tried the different kind of applicators, like here's this make 3 strings, and this is like a different application, but it's done in acrylic, so it's got like this resin texture, so that's actually fun. And then you know, when you like a composition you do it more than once, so of course I tried to do this girl more than once because I really liked her. This looks like also this Kathleen inspired, and this is inspired by Tony White. Really likable stuff that he makes. You should look him up if you like masculine painters like Elvira Castanet, and then also Tony White. He's also in that league. This was, it's not watercolor. I think it's some sort of a pencil, pastel pencil maybe. I don't really know what that is. This is watercolor. Yeah, I really have fun making relaxed paintings where you do washes like this. It's very likable. I don't know if it's getting totally flashed out by the light, but I like this large substrate where you can really just relax, mix the paint on the paper. So you could say that that's my style. I think this is Michelle the painter from YouTube. Here I am using the pull-off sheets from the Eco prints on the jelly plate. Instead of throwing them out, I wanted to see if they can be utilized as a background. This is so much collage, and also collage. What's going on in these sheets are collage images that emerge after I just simply throw things on the sheets, and then it may look like this as a starter, and then I put on something on top of it. I actually think that these sheets right here are not that finished. This one is finished. It's actually very likable with these shapes. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like, you know, here you can see I went over with an acrylic paint pen and then did all the tiny flowers to kind of collect the hair from the, it's like this is her hair in an abstract way, you know. So I really like that. Look how you also with that acrylic marker can give a hint of small flowers. That's really likable. I think this is a starter. It needs something in here, you know. The same here. I often start making just an abstract background. Ooh, yeah, this has received, I think, some sort of moist. Yeah, I can feel on the papers that they have been kind of stuck together. This is not good. Yeah, I kicked out some that I don't even feel bad. If you have papers that are ruined from water damage or anything else, I don't know how to work on top of those. It's like building on a bad marriage, you know, so I just kicked it out, looked the other way. This is jelly prints with gouache that I ripped up and then made into a landscape, and then went on top of it with my sewing machine to make all these stitches. And then with twine and eyelets, I did this air balloon. I really like the way it turned out. And I also like that stitching, you know, you can see back here the stitching from the sewing machine. This is just paper stitched together, as you can see on the back. I haven't yet worked on top of it. Yeah, it's a guy. I think I did him twice actually. I'm not quite sure what this is, but it looks really like a fairy tale fantasy, doesn't it? She's actually very likable. This is from Shibasaki. He bought a new set of oil pastels and then I painted along with him. Oh yeah, this is the second one. I went in here with the stencil work. I don't know if the camera picks it up. Maybe if I tilt it like this. Yeah, now you can see maybe there's a lot of stencil textured background, so his cheek is actually wrinkling. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it just gave it like a very dimensional look, so it looks like wrinkles. Did I do that twice? No, it's just the same drawing line there. This reminds me of Sharon Marlowe. It's her logo. I don't know if she still have that logo, but Sharon Marlowe also is a YouTube streamer. So I'm very inspired by the FIP community. You know, if we make something, I like to include it in my next drawings. Sewing machine. Sewing machine, look at the back. Oh my god. Also sewing machine. I think I actually streamed this, right? Sewing machine and sewing machine. I like the back as much as I like the front. All that, yeah. Sketches. More outdoor sketches. Michelle the painter painted along with one of her YouTube tutorials. Really likable with the fairies. I actually like that dandelion so much that I included it in a lot of my artwork. And I think you'll see that now, you know, like, okay, now I think actually we are going to some maybe Terry Harrison. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I like those light flies. Thunder flies, or what's it called? Oh, this is even better. I like that I did this one with the Artistro palette, which is like a very inexpensive $12 paint set. And then I thought it was likable, so I went on with some more expensive paint. And as you can see, I get a different result because I get different color hues. I'm able to do some more dark applications, like this area here where I wasn't able to achieve the same darkness with this inexpensive palette. So, oh, this is so beautiful. Schmincke granulating paint. What's not to love? I mean, I think this is the Galaxy Horadam Schmincke granulating, super granulating paint set. Really, really likable paint. More of that set. I mean, it doesn't really give it justice on the camera, but in person you can really see that granulation just mixing into each other. I really was fond of that landscape, right? Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. orange hues over here. It doesn't show up on the screen, it shows up like white or something, but it's a very warm toned orange. I wish it will appear, it doesn't. But very likable. The Drunken Selenius by Paul Rubin. I love my Paul Rubin paints, and suddenly I realized that I don't really know the painter Paul Rubin at all, so I kind of studied him for a while, and then trapped over his Drunken Selenius, and I had to paint him. The same here, Schmincke Granulating Super Paints. So likable, so likable. This is a girl. His name is Sergeant Singer, one of the Illuminations masters. So it's a replicate of one of his oil paintings. And this is, I really like that, you know, choppy. Yeah, I should work more like this. Look, I really fancy the way that I used green tones with the burnt sienna to carve out her skin tone. I hope it shows up on camera. Oh, it doesn't really. Okay, you can't have it all. This is a lotus bear. I don't really know what this is. Yeah, this is flowers. This is also a lotus bear. I really like this bear figure, you know, him skating. We landed on Mars the 18th of February 2021. We landed on Mars, can you believe it? So I sat down and painted that. Oh no, do you like these sounds? I don't. Oh, I like this, it's very fun to look at. It's a little bit the tiny kingdom getting hit by a dragon. So it's a little bit like fairy tale. I think this is like negative painting, is it called that? Yeah, it's called negative painting. And then I tried it in 2 different colors to see just the effect of it. Yes. Willowing Art Owl. And this is inspired by a YouTuber called Miranda Watson. Ooh, we got a galaxy on the background. Oh yeah. This is from Fortnite. Oh, Drift Mask is called. Done on black paper with the shimmery paint. Oh, I got a cat scratching on the door. Hang on, gotta let her out. Shibasagi black paper with wax crayons. I think mine is called the Posca wax crayon. And I really like the, you know, the composition. Oh no, now my cat is coming up. Excuse. Now I just feel like I want to take her off. Du kan ikke sidde der. Nej, du kan ikke sidde der. Some landscapes. Oh, this is a print because the original was gifted to Sandra. Oh, I love this. This Art Deco style. I should so spend more time in that universe with the Art Deco. Oh my god, I'm so tired. This is the sketch from the ATC swap with Janet and Young. Again, I really like this facial portrait style. I used it a lot in my drawings. It's like a muscular memory of how to do it. Ooh, this is very likable, like very subtle. Super subtle, but with stencil work down here. So it's a fun way to incorporate stencil with your watercolors, just to let it represent something here. So yeah, like it a lot. Oh my god, what a table, what a mess. I think I'm in the bottom of the pile now. This is saran wrap, so it's the beginning of something, but it's not finished. And it's done with shimmery paint, so all the glitter is collected in the valleys of the saran wrap. So it's got that really likable texture. So, oh my god, guys, I actually think that I don't even know. I need to pack this in a file folder so I can navigate in it. Right now it seems like confusion. Do you know what I mean? Like I need Kimberly and Janet and Young to come help me sort out my paintings. It's just overwhelming having to categorize it. I'm running out of juice. I think I'll just go to bed and then put a tablecloth all over this and then come back tomorrow with fresh eyes, trying to categorize it into, I think I should go like faces, landscape, buildings, ballerinas. So yeah, but thank you for watching along. Yeah, I'm a little bit busy at the moment. My mom is getting buried in, what is it, in 28 hours? And when that is done, I'm simply going to relax. So I'm not sure if I will come back on stream this weekend. I will see if I can find energy for it. But I have to tell you guys, I am so busted after that flooding in the basement and everything. So right now I just want to sleep for a week. So but thanks for looking at this video to the end. If you are, I mean, really, you're a huge fan. So have a nice week.